Hey guys, I'm here with a not really a review because I made it myself, so I hope it's good. But basically, a homemade prop showcase. This is something I am calling simply Suitcase Monster. This is a I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but it's actually it looks like a trunk, but it's really just kind of like a smaller suitcase. And here's a hammer to give you an idea of its size. So it's not huge. But for the purposes I need, I didn't want anything huge anyway. And all this entire video is dedicated to Erie Acre Cemetery, or Big Ant, because he truly was the inspiration for this. I think everybody always wants to and has had a desire to make a monster in a box. And when I saw that he had made a very inexpensive one and a very small one, I think it kind of inspired me to want to try it myself. In his video, he had used I believe it was like a wooden box that he got from Michael's, and before I even saw his video, I picked this up, and this is it's a suitcase, obviously very old, made out of metal and wood. Metal on the casing on the outside, and then wood on the inside. And I'll go ahead and open it up, and you'll see I didn't do anything to this. I didn't doctor it up in any way. This is exactly how I bought it. I bought it at it wasn't so much a thrift store, it was more like a consignment shop / antique store. They sold a lot of refurbished old furniture, but they also had this. And when I bought it, or when I saw it, I knew I wanted to buy it immediately. And I thought it'd just be an amazing would-be Halloween prop. And then when I saw Big Ant's video on his Pandora's box, I knew exactly that's what I wanted to do. Just a quick overview of the box itself. Like I said, it's metal on the outside, and nothing has been changed. This is exactly how I bought it. I bought it for, I believe, $7.50. So it looks like it's pretty much all original stuff. It looks a little brighter. I have my flash on, so the color looks a little bit brighter than it is in real life, but I'm going to have lights on it during the haunt anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Everything was actually working. You have the handle here, and you have the lock here. I accidentally locked it, and then I had to pry off the lock because I couldn't get it open. So anyway, I'm not going to do too much of the technicalities of what I did, simply because I'm going to put a link to Big Ant's video in the description, and he was not only kind enough to give you links to everything that is required to do this, which is in here. He also did a diagram, and I'm so proud I did all the wiring by myself. But not, obviously with his help and his diagram. So aside from the suitcase itself, there was it was a AA 12 volt battery pack with on-off switch, the door lock actuator, and then I also had it was the 12 volt, I believe it's 4-channel wireless remote, basically. And here's the remote right here, and that's what controls it. So like I said, he's gonna, in his video he shows you how to wire everything up, but battery pack is hooked up to the remote, wireless remote, and the actuator. And so here is it in action. Okay, so I think it's actually pretty cool. I think it'll be a little minor startle prop. I think put on a table, like in a haunted house / haunted bedroom scene, it would be very effective. Really, I did a very makeshift type of way of hooking up the actuator to the side. As you can see, it's a rather kind of a crude way of doing it. I used all this hardware that came with the actuator. Probably did not use it as it was intended, but I think it's up to you how you want to use it. I kind of followed Big Ant's lead and put it off to the left-hand side of the box. But really, you could put it anywhere. And because this was all wooden, I could have put it in, obviously towards the front. But I just thought it looked cooler having the lid try to be opened from one side. And you have to get really up close to see the mechanism in there. And with lighting and other things, it'll not be as visible. When I first set about doing this, I knew that I wanted to somehow decorate the outside of the suitcase. I wanted to maybe add some accent painting or put some of those fake plastic rustic looking chains around it, kind of like what people do for a regular monster in a box. But honestly, I think I'm going to leave it as is. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I really like it how it is. I might give it like a coat of paint to make it look a little bit lighter, because it is darker in person than it is on the video. But otherwise, I like it. And also, I plan on doing a traditional larger monster in a box with chains around it. And if I did chains around this, it might seem a little redundant and repetitive. And but I like this as it is a great small prop and little startle prop. And the fact that it's wireless and the fact that it's remote controlled makes it even better. So thanks again to Erie Acres Cemetery and of course to Big Ant, and thank you for watching. Happy haunting.